guys, it's Alexis. So welcome to my second pregnancy update. In this video, I will go ahead and share with you guys what I experienced in my second trimester. I am actually, as I'm recording this right now, I'm in my third trimester. So please bear with me as I try to remember what happened a few months ago. Okay, so my second trimester, it is true what they say that you feel your best in your second trimester. And my first trimester, I was dealing with a morning sickness, so that made me feel like crap. I was really worried about, gaining weight, so that had me a little bit stressed out. I was worried about gaining weight because, I've been working so hard the past year and a half to lose weight, and I've been doing so well, so I was just like, and I never wanted to get, always wanted to get pregnant once I had made it to my goal weight, but I wasn't there, so I was a little bit stressed about that, and I was just emotional. So I welcomed my second trimester because I had heard that you feel your best in your second trimester, and for me, that has been true. So the beginning of my second trimester was pretty uneventful. The first few weeks, everything was just, it was just pretty uneventful. As time went on, I was definitely connecting more with my baby. I was getting more and more excited, for his arrival. I was used to and comfortable with the fact that I was pregnant. As I said before in my other video, that this baby is a surprise baby. I was not expecting to be pregnant, so I definitely, had to get used to the idea that, oh my gosh, I'm going to be a mom this year and for the rest of my life. So yeah, so once all of that had finally sunk in, things just got a lot better for me. And by saying that, I never regretted, getting pregnant or anything like that. I was always happy, but I would be lying to say if I didn't have, I wasn't a little bit stressed or a little bit worried. I think normal things. So right now I'm going to go ahead and talk about cravings. I have not been craving, or I did not crave anything out of the ordinary very often. I think at one point I was craving tuna, which is weird because I like tuna, but I'm not crazy about tuna, and I wanted to eat tuna sandwiches every day, and that's very weird for me. I hate mayonnaise, and I wanted tuna sandwiches, and I want it with all the fixings, including the mayonnaise. That just disgusts me. Another thing I was craving was Hot Pockets. I was on a Hot Pocket kick for a while, which I know was really bad, but I wanted a pepperoni pizza Hot Pocket. For the most part, I just didn't have like a lot of cravings, and I still haven't. I have my moments, but for the most part, I'm more turned off by a lot of food than I was interested in food. So, so yeah, there's a lot more food that I couldn't eat. One thing I forgot to mention, part of this happened in my first trimester, but yeah, there was just a lot of things I did not like to eat, and I found out randomly. Before I got pregnant, I was eating boiled eggs for breakfast. That was like part of my healthy breakfast, was to eat, hard-boiled eggs with a piece of fruit or some oatmeal. Whew. When I got pregnant and, my first trimester and my second trimester, I tried to boil an egg. No, honey, it's not happening. I could not eat eggs. I was really uninterested in eggs. The only time I could eat eggs is if I went out to eat and I was eating eggs like at IHOP, or if I was eating eggs like on a breakfast sandwich from like McDonald's or something like that. And even then, sometimes I would like the egg, and then the next day I would just be so turned off by the egg, I would rip it off of my sandwich, or I just wouldn't eat the egg. So that was one thing I was disgusted with. Another thing I was turned off by, and kind of still am, is vegetables. Oh my goodness. I was like a child. I just could not eat vegetables. I did not want vegetables. I have been disgusted by vegetables. I was on the kick for a minute with salads. I was really enjoying like a chicken Caesar salad. That was really good to me, as well as just like a regular garden salad. That was really good for me, but for the most part, broccoli, no. Spinach, no. Let's see what else. Cauliflower, no. Just the normal vegetables I had been eating before I got pregnant, because like I said, I was on a healthy kick. I was meal prepping. I was just doing all this stuff. And I can't even say it was a healthy kick. It was definitely more like a lifestyle change. And I was just eating all this stuff. Kale, No. It just don't sit right with me, and it still doesn't. I'm just so uninterested in it, turned off. I don't like the smell of it. And normally I really like all that stuff. The only vegetables that I've been really liking since I've been pregnant is collard greens. Only the way, you know, prepared the way that's pretty unhealthy. Green beans and corn. That's it. Nothing else. And some salads, but not salads all the time. Sometimes I'll crave a salad, but I'm very particular. And by the time I'm done with that salad and I've loaded it up with so much junk, it's probably not as healthy as it could have been. So yeah, I definitely don't crave as much as I thought I would. I'm just uninterested in a lot of food. If I'm not interested in it, I cannot even force myself to eat it. Another weird thing that happened to me in my second trimester is, I guess as the baby was growing, I couldn't eat as much as I was used to. Every time I would try to eat my food, I never would finish it, and that was the weirdest thing for me. I always had a pretty good appetite, and for me to not be able to finish my plate was just like, what? What's really going on? Like, finishing a bowl of cereal was kind of hard. I just could not finish my plate, and it's just been the weirdest thing. And I guess it's just like, as the baby grows and things expand, I just can't fit as much in my stomach as I'm used to, especially not at one time. I couldn't even, you know, I couldn't finish a whole cheeseburger. It was just the weirdest thing to me, and I still have that now. In my first trimester, I was tired a lot. I was just sleepy, and that started to, you know, get a little bit better in my second trimester. I wasn't sleepy all the time, and I mean, I was so sleepy that it would get on my nerves. I was like, I'm just wasting time, and I hate wasting time like that. So I'm glad that started to get a little bit better in my second trimester. Around 18 weeks, I was feeling really bummed out because I was hearing that, you know, a lot of people, a lot of women are starting to be able to feel their babies move at about 18 weeks and so on. And I was just like, I'm not feeling my baby move. He's just not moving. I didn't know why. So I was just like, man, how long am I going to have to wait until I feel my baby move? About 21 weeks, I had my ultrasound, another ultrasound appointment. I was going to the doctor every month, but this appointment at 21 weeks, either I was 21 or 22 weeks. And like I said, I'm going off the dome right now. I'm just trying to remember. Is when I had an ultrasound appointment, and at that appointment, I was going to be finding out the gender of my baby. So we went to that appointment, and we got the ultrasound, and we found out we were having a baby boy. If you have not figured that out, I know I've been saying he a lot. But yeah, we found out we were having a baby boy. I was so excited. And the best part about that is while she was doing my ultrasound, that was the first time I actually felt him move. I felt something before then, but I was just like, I don't know if I really want to count this as, you know, it was my first baby movement. So I'm not going to count it. I just felt like, you know, when I felt him move, I would know it was him. And we were getting my getting my ultrasound, and he just started moving up a storm, and it was just amazing. It was just like, I just felt so connected to my baby, you know, finding out his gender and, you know, being able to say my son, my baby boy, it was just amazing. And I just felt like he was moving because he felt that connection with me. I could be reading too much into it, but I'm telling you, that's just how I feel. So it was just an amazing feeling. And, you know, I always wanted to have a boy first, but, you know, I wasn't going to be disappointed with a girl, but I knew I always wanted to have a boy first. So when we found out it was a boy, I was just so excited. Ever since that ultrasound, it was just an amazing feeling finding out he was a boy and being able to feel his movements. Ever since then, he has been kicking up a storm. Another thing I experienced in my second trimester was just getting tired really soon. And this isn't, you know, not talking about fatigue, but this is just physically not being able to do a lot of stuff just because my body could not handle it. The biggest thing for me was standing and walking for long periods of time. I couldn't do it, and I kind of still can't. After about, I'd say at about 23 weeks is when it got especially bad. After about standing for, I would say my max is about 20 minutes, my body just would give out, and I think it's because my blood pressure would drop down pretty low, and then also my doctor did tell me that I was anemic and I was lacking iron, but she just told me to continue taking my prenatal vitamins every day. So yeah, my body would just want to give out, and I would literally have to sit down, and if I couldn't sit down immediately, I would feel like I was going to pass out. And the reason why that was so difficult for me is because at work, I had to stand the whole time. And even though technically it's not a long period of time that I have to stand, it's about an hour and a half that I'll have to be on my feet before I actually get to sit down. And if I wasn't pregnant, I would be able to do it like nothing, but my body just would not allow me to do it. I would literally almost pass out, and there was times that at work where I did almost pass out. I mean, I was literally seeing spots and I couldn't see clearly just because my body was just about to give out for me. So that was something, and that, well, it's something that I'm still experiencing now. That's been something that's kind of hard to deal with. It's just hard when there's things that you want to do, but you can't, your body will not allow you to do it. Even, you know, going to the grocery store and walking around the entire Walmart just shopping, that was completely exhausting for me, and I almost needed to sit, you know, in between doing that. So a lot of times when I would go to the store, I was all about my business. I was just in and out. I got what I needed, and, you know, I just didn't linger. It's even affected me in how much exercise I've been able to do. In my first trimester, I was exercising a lot. I would say a lot the first few weeks. I would say about from week 4 to week 6, I was exercising a lot. But week 7 and 8, I wasn't exercising because I had some morning sickness. But week 9 and all the way through, I was exercising a lot. Me and my boyfriend, we were going to the gym, and we were walking, and I was just doing really good, and I was feeling really good. I wasn't putting on any weight or anything like that. But as soon as I started to feel, you know, this exhaustion and this wanting to pass out after standing for really a short period of time, because 20 minutes is not very long, it really affected how much exercise I've been able to do. So yeah, that's been hard. You know, I know I'm supposed to be walking a lot more than I am, but that when that feeling hits me and I feel like I'm going to pass out or I want to throw up and I break into a cold sweat, it's just a horrible feeling, and it's almost a scary feeling, and I just don't like feeling it. So I have not been getting as much exercise as I should. In my second trimester, I just felt really good. I felt beautiful. People started to notice my bump, and they were just like, you're glowing, and I just felt really good. My skin was glowing, and I just felt really beautiful. So yeah, and as far as energy, I felt like I had a little bit more energy. Of course, I was still going through the thing of not being able to stand and walk very long, but other than that, I just, you know, I had short bursts of energy, and that just felt really good. We also went on a baby moon. We drove to Vegas, and we spent the weekend in Vegas, and we just had a really good time, just being able to be with each other, and, you know, to have one last outing before the baby comes, even though the baby is due October 10th. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my second trimester update. It was pretty uneventful. Like I said, I just felt really good. I felt good, and but not a whole lot of stuff was happening. If I have any pictures, I will go ahead and put the pictures in this video. Other than that, I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.